Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another commentary show. Guys are doing well, so having a wonderful day on this 17th April 2025. Today we are talking about Arknight, the current event on the 17th April, which is the ending of a grand overture, which is a siege-focused event. And I gotta say, I'm really liking it. So, first of all, I have to talk about my affection for Siege. This is my second time playing the game. So in the very first playthrough, you're guaranteed a 6 star. So in the very first playthrough, we had a Shining, which is a healer. Shining was so good because Shining was such a good healer that she didn't have to care about other people. Like, okay, well, I have Shitty Operator, but I have a good healer, so we're good. You know? Now, the one we had was Siege. And Siege is a great leader. She'll increase the attack and defense of every single operator that are Vanguards. And the Vanguards are nice because they're... The Vanguards are nice because they're versatile. I like Vanguard the most because, for example, we have Cannibal. Cannibal is a range. She can attack in the air. We have Chillock, which is the same thing. We have Fang, which is phenomenal. We have Sage, which again, incredibly cool. You know? And now we're gonna try to get Indra. So of course, playing with the Vanguard is fun. However, I wouldn't be playing with the Vanguard if it wasn't for Siege. You know, Siege in herself is good, but she's not good enough. She's good surrounded with Vanguard, but she's not good enough for me to be like, okay, well, let's change our game plan, right? If I had the same thing for a guard, I wouldn't play the guards, right? I would do or if we had a defender, I wouldn't do it. If I had an archer or a range, I wouldn't do it. I'm doing it because I like the Vanguards, right? So I have this affection for Siege because she's a cool characters. Now Siege is representative of Lions. Lion, the king of the jungle. Vina, or Siege, is actually royalty. So the whole thing is so fucking cool. The old event is so nice. It's about a broken town, which is Londinium, which is their version of London, right? Now, it's in a place where there's a lot of corruption, there's a lot of... it's rebuilding. And now the coolest thing is we have Siege. So what I really like about this is Siege is the leader that he wanted. She is a proven leader, right? She's the heir of the throne. So everybody's looking at her for answer. Now she's trying to rebuild there's a lot going on actually. She's trying to rebuild everything. First of all. Second of all, she is also in a position to say, well, listen, I have to deal with corruption. I have to deal with the dukes. And she has to say, well, I cannot really expose them or go against them because they're powerful too, right? And also, what is really cool is we're rebuilding Londinium. So the lack of resources, there's stocks of incredible thing. For example, out of the few many, right? We have a situation where there's not a lot of oripathy medicine. So who are we saving? Are we saving people that are really important? Are we saving the dukes? What are we doing, right? And then the question is, well, it doesn't matter what you want to do. It falls upon Siege's shoulder. Now, the last thing that I really like about the event is that we're getting a Siege who's kind of a gangster. She is kind of a gangster, low-key, high-key, as they say in English. She's kind of a gangster. And the reason why this is so cool is because she comes in, right? And she's like, okay, well, guess what? I'm going to do what I need to do, right? But at the same time, she has her friend, and she didn't ask to be the heir, right? And she has her friend who are gangster. But they're not gangster in the sense of they're bad people. They're gangster in the sense of, well, there was no way to survive otherwise. We had to do it to survive. And we're actually like moral gangster, right? And they're in a position to be like, okay, well, guess what? I have to plan to be doing this. She's struggling between the true reality of being a imperial or a royal and the fact that her previous life, right? So it's a great event. Now it is actually pretty tough. We are at 6. I think we're 6, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck at a place where I cannot finish them. So we increase Call Seed. Call Seed will be very good, and we're hoping for Call Seed to do all the job. We just increased her to Module 2 yesterday. So if it works, it works. If it doesn't work, I'm fucked. In good French, but that's pretty much it. Oh, by the way, at the event, I'm gonna start including the mechanics that are special. There's crates that are giving more art attack. They're giving more attack. Them are giving more defense, and that's really cool because it's a fight. So, for example, right, you'll have a really good crate in a position that doesn't make any sense. So you have a choice to put a arknight, a operator there, to maybe kill 2 or 3 enemies. versus putting him in a place where there's no crates, but you'll protect everything. So for example, there's two squares. One of the square is really important, really strategic. One of the square has a crate. I gotta choose which one, right? But also what is really good here is that we have either you pick it up or the enemy pick it up. And if the enemy pick it up, it'll become harder, right? So the strategy, in my mind, is be strategic, right? But also making sure that the right operator picks up the thing. So for example, you'll take a very weak operator and you'll give him a health bonus or a attack bonus. It's still weak. So you're taking a strong enemy now, it's now almost invincible because they have so many crates. And the best thing about that is you cannot really understand, you cannot really plan because some crates will appear. You'll defeat some enemies and they'll drop crates, right? So it's really well made. It's really, really good and I love it.